right, video number 2 of the series. So I'm guessing the correct number. All right, so we pretty much have a lot of it done. Let's go ahead and create a new file. Create a new file. I didn't have to do that, but whatever. And so one of the very first things you should think about, and you can see what I did here, you know, I said there is a correct number. So and one of the first things that we want to do is define what the correct number is. And I'm just going to say the correct number today is 36. Okay. It could be anything in between 0 and 100 or 0 and 1000 or 0 and whatever, but I'm just going to choose 36. And notice I'm using a capital N here. And this is a proper format of actually defining our variables. I didn't emphasize that in the first series, but I'm going to start emphasizing little small details here and there. All right, the next thing that we want to do is we actually want to get, just to make our lives easier, I'm just going to split page this. Okay. Just exit out that. Okay. So I want to get a guess from the user. Okay, I want to get a guess from the user. If you remember from the first class, not the first class, the first series, I said input. Always, I would want to use the input function. I'm going to say input number. Okay, and this is going to be input. Okay, the function input, and you're going to ask it for the prompt. Say guess a number. Guess a number. Okay, and then space there. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Guess a number in between. Guess a number between 1 and 100. Okay, it's perfectly fine. But the thing is, if I do this, let's say print, it's going to treat this input number, if I can spell, print input number, it's going to treat it as if it's a character or a string, sorry. So I'm just going to go ahead and save this file. Okay, this is a Python file. I'm going to click here and go to Python, make sure this is a Python file, and I'm actually building the function. I'm going to call this build, because I already have the guess number function. I already did it before. Build guess number. Okay, so if I were to do this guess number and I put in a 3, it's treating it as a character, or can treat it as a character or a string. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an int function around this to then be able to treat any input as an integer. Okay, so be aware of that. All right, so and I did say this in the last video, but it's important that we are going to first assume that the number that the person has input is incorrect, just so that we can do a check. So let's just say is correct is equal to false, and it capitalized it for me. Okay, and so take a moment. I could have asked you this throughout the entire video, but take a moment and think, what do you think we need in order for us to check continuously until it's correct regarding the the user's input? Okay, what do you think we need? Ideally, you would have said a while loop. Okay, you would have said okay, I would want to use a while loop to check until the user provides the correct input. I want to check, continuously ask. So while not is correct. Okay, so this is really interesting in terms of the logic. What it's saying is that while it's essentially true, okay, so while not, because what you're going to do is, what the not's going to do is going to make this automatically true. While true, go through the sequence. So what it's going to do is going to say, if the very first, we're going to have 3 different cases. And I kind of did this out of order. It should be first, check if it's correct. Okay, check if it's correct. then stop. If it's less than, ask again. If it's greater than, ask again. Okay, so let's do that. So if input number, if I can type well, input number is equal to correct number, okay, then I want you to print, you guessed correctly. You guessed it. You are a hard worker. If I needed to say that, and then you just say is correct, because this is you telling it to stop. Because once it's true, once is correct is true, then this becomes while not true, which makes it false, breaks the actual while loop. Okay. And then we have two other conditions, else if, and the order right now doesn't matter. Okay, because we wanted to first check that it's correct first, and then check the potential issues. Okay, else if input number, okay, is greater than correct, okay, number. What we're gonna then do is print too high. And that's not what it said, but it's abbreviated too high. Okay. And then else if, okay, input number is less than correct number, print too low. Okay. Too low. Okay. So when we run this, okay, guess our number, let's say it's 33. It keeps going. Uh-oh, what's happening? And if you think about it, what's happening is that it's going to continue thinking that the number is 33 and keep running. So I'm going to escape this. Okay, so I'm going to escape this and ask again to input a number, get a new input number after the user legitimately gives me their after I tell the user that it's too high. Okay, and so this should fix the issue. Okay, so let's go ahead, okay, and run this, the play button. Guess number, let's say it's 10, too low. Okay, let's say it's 45, too high. 96, too high. Let's say it's 24, too low. Let's say it's 36. Okay, you guessed it, you're a hard worker. Because this video is already at 8 minutes, I'm actually gonna have a third video where, let's say you're the user and you don't get to know what the number is. You don't get to know what the number is. Let's us randomly generate a number. Okay, so come back for the third and final video, and we'll go from there. Thank you for watching.